Hello everyone, it's Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. Welcome to our weekly recap videos. This is the weekly recap video for week ending May 25th. Another fantastic week. We did so many things. I have lots of questions to answer. I wanted to walk you through YouTube to show you what Dr. E uploaded to the YouTube channel and just so many things to cover, guys. It's going to be a good one. So grab your coffee or your favorite beverage and let's get right into it. So here we are on my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for subscribing. We're on the home page. If you click on videos, you will see everything that I have posted starting from the latest one going back. So let's talk about what Dr. E uploaded this week. She kicked off the week with the Monographs project. Monographs project, it's a mini stories type of project with a case. So if you love mini stories and cases, right, and making boxes, then this project is right up your alley. We have so many mini stories types of projects in Monographs. Monographs is booklets, all about booklets, and then I created this wonderful storage case, train case that you see right here to house all the booklets. There are a few styles here. The beautiful Jennifer Every created this military inspired version. I created the original train case, and then so many other monographs. I even sized them up because the original size of monographs are for 4x6s. Then I did some 5x7s, some 8x10s. Really beautiful things, guys. You're gonna love it. Then we Dr. E just continued the party with creating showing off Mr. Benjamin 1 and 2. She also did one of my envelope mini albums. I believe this is a freebie tutorial here on YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was a long time ago. Then she did the Traveler's Notebooks. I absolutely love this project. I made so many of these and gave them away as gifts. Just a phenomenal project, guys. Some more Mr. Benjamin. This album is one of my most popular albums. If you haven't made Mr. Benjamin, you really should. It's such a good one. I called it Mr. Benjamin because you can fit 100 photos in here, and the $100 bill has Benjamin Franklin's on the $100 bill. So I did that. So I showed off this album using the Cityscapes paper collection by Graphic 45. Such a gorgeous paper collection. I don't know if Graphic 45 brought this one back, but if they haven't, they really should. It's a good one. Then the envelope mini album series, another fantastic project. The closure on this album, guys, is so good. It's sunglasses. This is back in my day when I used so much hardware. I kind of straddled the fence between feminine and masculine, where I incorporated lots of masculine items into a feminine album, and what would be considered feminine, right? All the pinks and the purples and things like that. And that is just a style that I love. But back in the day, it was something that I did a lot, and it was just lots of fun. Dr. E uploading all of these older videos is just kind of inspiring me again to take it back there, and I think I'm going to do a lot of it going forward. We released a brand new paper collection called Kitchen Sink. It's a good one, guys. It's good for so many things. It is themeless, so you can use it for anything that you want. You can use this. Retro Thursday. Look at my Robbie when he was 13 years old. Now he's 30 with 2 babies. Look at him. That's my mommy there. There's my mama. So super cute album. It's a interactive Rubik's Cube type of project. Really fun. Some more episodes on the envelope mini album. So that was a lot of fun. Check it out. Freebie on YouTube. The Touchdown Project. guys, this is a football with a mini album in it. This is one of my more challenging projects, but not that it cannot be done. It means you need a third hand. So you have to figure out where that third hand is going to come from. And usually it's your body, right? You got to put it up against your body, like I guess like you would a football. And you make it. It's such a good one. If you have a football fan in your life, they really would enjoy this project. And the mini album is just simply adorable. Absolutely adorable. Back in the day, this should also be included in part of Retro Thursday, I used to make bindings with duct tape. Duct tape was all the rage back in the day. It still comes in so many colors, so many things you could do with duct tape, and I did bindings. Or spines, I should say, not necessarily bindings, spines. Also, I think this is back maybe when I started introducing Tyvek. So many years ago. Then I did a tutorial on a duct tape closure. Again, straddling the line between feminine and masculine, and just so good, guys. So many good things. So many good things. Some more envelope mini album tutorial and final review. I guess we covered the closure in this video, and I did a final review all in one. Then Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant is similar to Mr. Benjamin, but it is half the size. So in Mr. Grant, you can fit 50 photos. And I did the cutest album for my nephew Noah. I have to see if he still has this album. I would bet that he does. There was a lot of open white spaces here so he can draw. My nephew Noah is such an amazing artist, and he draws beautiful, beautiful things. So I made this album for him. It's really good, guys. It's perfect for you guys to make it for the summer vacation for your little grandbabies or your nieces, your nephews, a neighbor, whatever kid, even an adult that perhaps wants a sketchbook, but this is a sketchbook in a whole different level. So lots of white space in this one for drawing. So if you love to draw, this is a great album. It's called Mr. Grant. Of course, the white space also can be a photo album. Either way, I just gave it a little twist, guys, and it was super fun. Some more Mr. Benjamin inspiration from fellow crafters. I believe this one was from Yvette Clays. It's loaded with photos. Please check it out. It's absolutely stunning. If you need inspiration with photos, these are the videos for you to watch. Oh boy. And then another Mr. Benjamin in using my very first paper collection, Flight 2715. This paper collection will never be dated, will never go out of style. It's such a good one, and I probably will be using it sometime in the near future. So that wraps up the videos for this past week. Remember, all of these items are on sale. Let me just tell you guys what is coming up next week. I have a Memorial Day sale happening right now, so everything is on sale. Everything, all digital items, 50% off. The Memorial Day sale will be on Tuesday, Wednesday, so take advantage of that. Then what we'll do with sale items is all the videos I'm going to talk to you about now that Dr. E will be releasing this week, those projects will be on sale. All right, but hey, get everything now during the sale, right? And you're done. It's all buttoned up, wrapped up, pretty bow, finito. And then start crafting. So what's coming up this week? Let's see. Ooh, some more Mr. Benjamin, but it's a mix and match. Mix and match between Mr. Benjamin 1 and 2. Outdoorsman, perfect Father's Day gift. Matting 102 videos. Journal Jam projects May through June. Back to Basics. Back to Basics is an excellent project to start with. I give you the lowdown on making mini albums from start to finish and on box making. What's great about Mr. Benjamin and why it's still relevant today is spacing, creating basic pages. I take you through the process on making a beginner album, an intermediate album, and an advanced album. But we start with a beginner album, and I show you how to chop it up to make it an advanced album. It's not a specific, you do get specific mini album designs, but what you get is the how to take a blank page and start layering it up, chopping it up to create interesting looks in a mini album. It's good for the seasoned scrapbooker, the seasoned mini album maker, as well as the beginner. So check it out. I think you would really enjoy it. And the box is dynamite. It's a dynamite box, guys. Insta Book, another good one. You guys are always asking me about mini stories. What is mini stories? Are small projects where you can fit 20, 30 photos in it and be done, right? It's an instant gratification type of project, and you don't need 100 photos to finish a project, my kind of project. So I've been doing mini stories forever. I just call things different things, right? So Insta Book is a mini stories type of project. It's got a really sweet binding in it, so check it out. Just Kicking It is another version of a mini stories project because it's a small mini album that goes into a sneaker. So it's a 3-dimensional item. It's inspired by the ever so popular Converse sneaker. Perfect for all those graduates, guys. It's so cute. I think everyone can relate to the Converse sneaker or the canvas sneaker. So it's really, really good. Then Dr. E is mixing it up with mini stories Jaxson Folio. So she's doing mini stories Folio style 1 and then mini stories style 2, which would be the Jaxson Folio. Really, really cute. The Murse project. I did a masculine take on a purse. Again, this is something I like to do. I am very girly, but I do love incorporating some masculine looks even into my fashion. So I translate that into mini album making where I add lots of hardware, buckles, bells, all sorts of things, guys. You just check it out. You'll see it. You're going to love it. It's all good. And what's great about these projects is that you don't have to use exactly what I'm using. When I take you through the process of a project, back in the day, I will say I used to mat on my own and show final reviews. Now I go through the entire matting process. So going through the entire matting process helps you identify pieces and papers and perhaps little embellishments that you may have in your craft room that may work with the project. It may not be exactly what I'm using, but a light bulb will go off and say, you know, I have something like this in my craft room. I can use this. I can use that. So think about it that way. Not necessarily having the same exact thing that I have, but you may have something similar or something that may work, even though it's not similar, but it may work. So it's always great taking a look at a project and thinking about what you have in your craft room. Super duper important. Then the vintage camera, another project that was super challenging because I made a full-blown accordion. All right. But again, I take you step by step through the process, and you just have to take it one step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself on this project because you will be having some few choice words for me. All right. A few choice words. But listen, you can do it. You can do it one step at a time. A photo flashbox. I'm going to have to watch this video myself. I don't remember this project. So photo flashbox. Leave me a comment in that video. Let me know if it's a goodie. I can't even remember this project. So we shall see. We'll watch this video together. Maybe we should have a watch party, right? And I'm going to be like, oh, that's such a good project. Build a page. I've made a lot of projects throughout the years, but I feel like the Build a Page project put me on the map, and it's so popular. It's still popular today. People love it. Build a Page is also part of the remix. So if you picked up the remix when I first was offering remix, you got the Build a Page remix, the whole kit and caboodle. Now you can get it as a standalone project. But those of you who took advantage of Remix, it has taken me several years to complete all of the projects that are on that list, and I'm still not done because there's like 20 plus projects on that list to remix. So you got quite the deal. We're actually going to remix a new project from that list, which is called the Grad Album, and that starts on Friday. I think it's May 31st is Friday. Another month gone by. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A photo ready mini camera. I know which one is that one. Super cute project. And then another popular series of mini albums, which is called Simple Minis. Easy peasy projects with the wow factor. Yet another set of albums that you can throw into that mini stories category. Fits perfectly. It's a small size album, and you can fit about 20 to 30 photos in it, and they're just easy to put together. They have the wow factor. They're perfection. So check out Mini Stories, and you want to pick them up while they're on sale. All right. So a few housekeeping things. Dr. E wants me to remind you all that if you send an email to Paper Phenomenon to info@paperphenomenon.com and you do not get an auto response message, that means it didn't come to me. I didn't get it. All right. I did not get it. There's always an auto response message that comes. Now, it's really considerate, the auto response message. If you send 2 emails in the same day or within 24 hours, you don't get another one because it doesn't want to annoy you, right? With like spamming. But normally when you send an email to info@paperphenomenon.com, you get an auto response. So always look out for that auto response. And there's also lots of helpful information in the auto response message. And when you buy something from paperphenomenon.com, it is an instant download unless otherwise instructed, right? Unless otherwise specified. And you may, if you don't get an instant download, that means like within minutes, guys, within 1 minute of you making a purchase with me, you want to check your junk folder or your spam folder. Gmail is notorious for this. There's my hubby in the background. Gmail is notorious for putting things into your spam folder. So it's got a really strict filter in their email. So check your spam folder, and maybe in there. All right. Or if not, you can always email us at info@paperphenomenon.com. Are we ready for the questions? Let's get to the first one. So the first question is from Rhea. Focusing on global events, will you have you showed the whole English Tea Party collection for the digital event? It says no kit, but did you say the event would include a digital paper collection, or do we have to buy the digital event and the digital paper separately? Does kit on the list refer to physical kit? Did you mean no digital kit either? This is a great question, Rhea. I have shown the paper collection, but I'll be happy to show you the project right here. It is a gorgeous paper collection and a stunning project. I have my spoon over here. So let me dissect your question very quickly. So what it means by no kits, it means that the physical kits, the physical paper collection, and all embellishments that I'm using, the kit is no longer available. But if you purchase a ticket for the global event, July 11th through the 13th, you get the digital collection included in your purchase. What you have to provide is cardstock, chipboard, adhesive, all sorts of goodies like that, right? To actually make the collection, to make the project. But what you get is the digital collection, so you can print it out yourself, the private how-to videos on how to make this project, and a ticket to the live event, all right, which is 3 days, and we're making this gorgeous project. However, we're making this project with a different cover because I already show you in the private videos how to make this cover. We're going to make a more traditional cover in the live event for those of you who would like a more traditional cover. So this is the project. It has my brand new binding system. in it, which is a variation of the Hidden Hinge Plus. It is a staggered, I'm calling it the staggered hinge. You can apply this method to Hidden Hinge Plus, and the pop-up platform. So it is a good one. The paper, my friend, is gorgeous. All right. Look at this. Look at these embellishments, how stunning they are. Stunning, 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 stunning. And you get pocket cards, embellishments, all sorts of fun things to create gorgeous, gorgeous mini albums. That's what it's about. I love to have a paper collection that's full of everything, everything. So really fun pockets here. We've got a little cutout with acetate right in the pocket card. Of course, room for photos, clear designating areas for your photos. I love doing spots like that, not just necessarily pockets and pullouts. Just things like this allow you to navigate the album so much more easy, and it kind of frees the mind, not that you're not sure where to go. So I like to do things like this every so often to kind of break up the navigation of the project. This pocket is an faux envelope. So there's that. There's more that unfolds. The fun thing about this album that it's a top loading pocket. Usually with the Hidden Hinge Plus or any Hidden Hinge, any paper phenomenon Hidden Hinge binding mechanism, it's a side loading pocket, right? Because we create that binding pocket. For those of you who are familiar with the mechanism, this is top loading. So you are going to enjoy this immensely, immensely. All right. So lots of things going on here, guys. I'm not going to show you all my bells and whistles in here, but lots and lots and lots of things going on. I'm kind of done matting, the major parts of the album. We've got this amazing box back here. It's all acetate, and I love that it's so open, but everything stays in there. It's got a 3/4 inch gusset. It's such a good project, guys, and it's got the gatefold style pocket here, cover with the hardware. This hardware is not available. This hardware is for the kits. However, I have a similar hardware that you can use for your album if you want to pick it up. All right, for those of you who got in on the kit early, congratulations. I know it's hard. Listen, guys. Paper phenomenon is a little tricky, all right? I like to keep it 100 with you guys. I know it's hard to buy things sight unseen. When I offer a kit, you haven't seen the project yet. I think you know what paper collection I'm using. The bottom line is you don't know what you're buying, right? You really don't, right? You know it's a project and you're getting some stuff with it, right? But for those of you who have been with me forever, who know paper phenomenon, and that's me, I'm paper phenomenon, it's going to be good. All right. I don't do junk. I do only good things. Congratulations and thank you for buying the kit sight unseen. It's so good. As you can see through this little walkthrough that I gave you right here, you get all sorts of beautiful, beautiful things. You haven't even seen everything yet because there's some more charms and all sorts of other things. This spoon alone, the project turned out dynamite, brand new binding system. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you are on the fence perhaps about getting one of my kits and you do love the paper collection, just get it, guys. Just get it. They always sell out. Knock on wood, 1, 2, 3. That's always been the case. And it's always really good. Really, really, really good. I will tell you a quick little story. I did have, for one of my series, which is Journal Jam, I did have 2 customers that were very unhappy with my kit. And I still haven't even finished those kits yet. But they're coming. My hang up is the craft text, guys. I haven't been able to get craft text, but it's coming. And it's because it was a miscommunication. When I offered the Journal Jam kits, and I'm only telling you this so you know, I like you guys to know. When I offered the Journal Jam kits, it's a basic kit. That part, I guess, didn't translate, right? They didn't realize that what they were getting was a basic kit. And what that meant is the cardstock, the craft text, the paper collections, right? The chipboard, the basic things to make the album, to construct the journal, because it was a journal, not necessarily a mini album. So that's why the price tag was pretty lower than most of my kits. But I explained to them it was a basic kit, and then that was done. It was great. But that was the one and only time. But it's because there was, a miscommunication. Perhaps I wasn't clear enough that it was a basic kit, meaning basic supplies, not a kit like this where there's all sorts of bells and whistles and all sorts of goodies. All right, so this is the global events. It's going to be good. 3 days of crafting with not just me, but your fellow crafters. It's going to be via Zoom, and it's going to be so awesome. So it's a crop at home event. You're in your own space. You have all your goodies. You can be in your PJs, and we're going to have a great time. Tickets are available with no kit. It's digital only, so you get the digital paper collection. All right, the collection is gorgeous. I don't have any more of the paper here in my office because I've used it, but I'll go out to the garage and do a quick little video showing the paper in a separate video, because this video already is getting super duper long. All right, next question. This is another question from Rhea. She says, "Hi, Kathy. I got P3 tape. Woohoo! That stuff is amazing. Yay! I got fabric tack on it. Whoops! And I thought it was ruined. Not coming off when wet, just smeared. But then I started picking at it when it dried, and it came right off. Good as new. Phew! Well, listen." I'm so glad to hear that. So glad to hear that. I don't have fabric tack, so this is a closed one. Oh, I have an open one right here. I don't have fabric tack, so I will not have that problem. However, I have glue on my desk, and Faith Monroe always gets my glue. But I think this one would dry and I wouldn't be able to get it off. But I'm so glad to hear that it wasn't ruined. P3 tape, guys, is a paper phenomenon tape. P3 stands for Paper Phenomenon Project Tape, and it's available in my shop. You get this roll of 1.5 inch tape by 35 yards, roughly, right? And this is what we're using now to create our album covers. 3-dimensional projects like boxes, and I use the tape for this album right here. For those of you who got my kit, you get a roll of P3 tape in your kit. So if you haven't used it, this will be your first time using it. I know you're gonna love it. So the P3 tape is replacing the paper hinge. Thank you all so much for your orders, and it's for those of you who are ordering again, thank you. That means you love the tape. So if you haven't tried it. I have several videos on how to use it for your album covers and how to construct a box. So it's just replacing the paper hinge. It's fabric based. It's really thin. If you're familiar with Tyvek, I would say it's as thin or even thinner than Tyvek. The reason why it's better, it has adhesive on the back. All right, and it is beautiful. You get a beautiful finish. So if you haven't tried P3 tape, try it out. Rhea, I'm so glad that it worked out for you, darling. And thank you so much for your questions. Second question is from Crafting with, I never know if I'm saying her name right, but there she is. There she is. Look at that sweet face. It says, "Hi, Kathy. I have a question about Remix. You mentioned you do not offer the membership anymore. So for those of us who have it, do we need to get Remix projects? So for those of us who, I guess, don't have it, do we need to get Remix projects now, or do we still get it?" Oh, I'm totally reading her question wrong. Rewind. It says, "Hi, Kathy. I have a question about Remix. You mentioned you don't offer Remix memberships anymore. So for those of us who have it, do we need to get remix projects now, or do we still get it in our remix project folder? Of course, darling, I never take anything away. No, if you bought the remix membership, you get all of those projects listed in your remix folder. You don't have to buy anything. What I'm offering now is no longer the big membership. I'm offering a la carte. So right now, when I do the grad album, for those of you who have the remix membership, it'll go into your box folder. For those of you who want the grad album remix, you buy it a la carte. You buy it individually, just that one project. All right. So yes, you do get it. Your second question. Another question. I know you already have a gorgeous baby girl, baby boy collection. Would you consider making another set of those in the future now that you have a new designer? You can never have too many papers. Ain't that the truth, girl? Yes. I actually do have several baby collections. I have a boho baby. You may want to check that one out. It's really, really cute. I think it's only 8.5 by 11 though. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I have so many collections now. But check out boho baby. And I also have a princess and kind of prince inspired collection for kids. They're really, really, really sweet. But yes, all on the list. I'm looking for more designers because you get a nice mix of styles when you have more designers, and that's what I like. So if you're interested in designing for paperphenomenon.com, send me an email and we will discuss. So I'm very excited. All right, next question. Thank you for your questions, Ilona. I think I'm saying that right. All great questions. All right, guys. So next question is from Malta Feliciano. It says, Hola, Kathy. Hope you had a wonderful week. I want to briefly say that I am literally a newbie. A newbie. I love it. To this craft, so I am just going to copycat your projects until I get the hang of it. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for, darling. Your projects are on a whole different level. You're on fire, Miss King. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Now for my question. On the National Scrapbook Day 2024 Folio number 5, which is this one here, can the acetate envelope section be substituted for a different layout? If so, which layout can you suggest or would be proper for said project? Also, it got cut off, but it's all right. I can look on here on my YouTube channel. Hold on, please. Also, where are you? Where are you, Miss Feliciano? Oh, right here. Also, I'm happy to see that your sub numbers are going up. Got nothing but love for you, darling. Thank you so much. I am happy to see that my subby numbers have gone up too. All right, let me go back. Get on track. Thank you so much for your comment and for all the love. Thank you so much. All right. So this is number 5. I think you're talking about number 4. So this envelope acetate, yes, it can. If this is the one you're talking about, but anything can be substituted for something else. Let's say you love this section in number 4, and you want to put it in here for number 5. You can. If you want to put the acetate envelope in number 5, absolutely, vice versa. If it fits, I say it sticks. How's that? If it fits, go ahead and stick it down, guys. It works. If you love this layout, right here, and let's say you want to put it in here and create a second layout instead of the inside cover pockets, go for it. It will absolutely work. What you want to be careful of is of spacing. All right, you may have to throw a gusset here and there, and you got to be careful of your spine. You may have to resize because some of these are thick, right? I made the inside cover pockets to work with this spine size. So when you start switching and making things your own, you have to be aware of spacing, all right? So what my suggestion would be, because I think you're talking about this envelope here. This is thin. If you're going to replace it with something just as thin as this. All right, don't replace it with something that has about 1/4 of an inch thickness. That would work. So that would be my only concern with you, because you are new and perhaps you're not comfortable with resizing. But if you're comfortable with resizing, have at it. All right, have at it. All right. So if you increase your spine, it's pretty simple. To increase your spine, just remember it. Then you start kind of falling into that mini album territory and not necessarily folio territory. All right. So just things for you to consider. But can it be done? Absolutely yes. You can replace it with whichever one you want, as long as it fits. You know, it's kind of like the same thickness. And forgive my boo-boos. I got quite a few boo-boos. This is all from gardening. So I forgot about that. I should have put a Band-Aid on there. Hold on while I take a little sip of Joe. All right, so I hope I answered your question, darling, and thank you so much for the sweet, sweet comments. All right, another one says, hi, Kathy. Is the new binding system you have talked about only available in the 3-day crop at home global event, or will you be offering it also another way? Yes and yes. It sounds intriguing, and I am so anxious and excited to see it. I am unable to do the global event. Oh, Jackie, that's okay though. Yes, it will be available. So I'm hoping I can see/purchase it in another way. If so, do you have a release date? Thank you, Edit. I posted this question before. I watched you Friday night, so some of the questions are answered, but I am leaving. Oh, it's cut off again. What is going on with this? Hold on. But I am leaving, I guess, the question anyway for others. Let's see. Jackie, where are you, Jackie? I'm looking on my YouTube channel so I can expand. Let's see. Here it is. Read more. But I'm leaving my question here in case someone hasn't seen your Friday video, and perhaps you can answer it. Thanks again. That new project is gorgeous. Thank you, Jackie. Yes and yes. I'm glad I was able to answer your questions in the Friday night. But for those of you who don't know, the new binding system is going to be available in this project. Will be a standalone, right? I'll offer it as a standalone project, like a regular cutting guide and class combo. It will also be added to the binding catalog, which coincidentally is on sale now for the Memorial Day sale. So if you wanted to pick up the binding catalog, now is your chance to pick it up on sale. And in future projects, it will also be available because I really love it. I love that I can offer, you'll see it, guys, you'll see it. I love that we can do these staggered pages, which is super fabulous in the binding. All right. So you're going to love it. All right. You're going to love it. So yeah, that's it. Jackie, thank you so much for your question. And, you can get the project. I'll add it to the shop this week. I'll talk to Jane about it because the project is done. So I can offer it as a class. And for those of you who are attending the July event, you'll also be added to the project folder this week as well. All right. So next question. The next question is from Lisa Davis. Hi, Lisa. Can you provide an update when the next remix will be starting? Also, will there be a pop-up element for the National Scrapbook Day 2024 project? So remix is starting May 31st. Let me check that date very quickly. Yep, Friday, May 31st. We're starting with the grad album. And the next part of your question is the pop-up element. So I haven't done the pop-up element because I don't think there's space for them. Although it's a super simple pop-up element, I did it in one of my Halloween projects. So there's a caveat with the pop-up element. You have to just do it once, all right? And you guys are not good with that. So what I will do is I will add the pop-up element So the plan is to add it to the album, right? The pop-up element to the album. But the big stop sign, all right? You can't add it everywhere to any of the folios, all right? One time, because it's going to ruin the whole balance of the folio, all right? It will ruin the balance of the folio, so you got to put it once. And I was going to say that when doing it in the album, all right? And I know you guys don't listen to me. You'll slap it in every place you can possibly put it in, and it'll ruin the balance of the project. Miss Lisa Davis. All right, so hopefully that answers your question. And I'm glad you asked it here because it kind of covers all the bases. You'll hear it here, and you'll hear it in the class, which coincidentally, great question, Lisa. This class, I'm going to have 2 classes this week. Not this week, going forward until we're done with this project. Wednesdays at, I'm thinking, look on YouTube. You'll see it on YouTube. It's a daytime class, all right? Because Faith is out of school, so I have to check my times. But on Wednesdays and Fridays. On Wednesdays, we're going to be working on this project. Let me change the camera view. This is a sequel, right? A sequel to the National Scrapbook Day project. We're taking the layout designs and we created this huge album and we're decorating it. We're using the Storybook Collections, which is a Wizard of Oz inspired, Raggedy Ann inspired, and a Alice in Wonderland inspired collection. So we'll work on this one on Wednesdays, and on Fridays we're working on Remix. All right, so this, for those of you who picked up the National Scrapbook Day 2024 workshop, this is in how to make this album is in your project folder. So if you did not pick up the National Scrapbook Day project, you can pick it up now. It's on sale, and all of the paper collections that I'm using, they're on sale. And I can't wait to show you this with photos, because I want to show you that you don't have to go somewhere or have anything Wizard of Oz inspired to use the Wizard of Oz paper. All right, I can't wait to show you these papers in action with everyday photos. All right, so you're gonna want to get these after you see me work a little magic on them. All right, next question. Thank you, Lisa. That was a great question. So the next question is from Monique. She says, "Hi, Kathy. I just love the P3 tape. Oh, you have no idea how much that warms my heart, guys. All right. And I have been waiting for the white version in your shop. It's been crossed out for a while, and I'd like to ask if it's just out of stock or if you do not offer it anymore. I'm thinking the latter. Another question as well. Can you say something more about mystery boxes, which sold out like hotcakes? Please and thank you. Read more." Hang on, let me look. I really appreciate all you do and your team. Thank you, Monique, so much for saying that, because the team is amazing. So the answer to your question is, it is simply out of stock. That is it. When I replenish my order for P3 tape, I've only received the black. I'm waiting for the white to come in. So as soon as it comes in, it'll be in the shop. Unfortunately, I get my tape from overseas, and listen, I never know when it's coming. It just shows up to my door. I get an email. It's in the country. You'll have it in 3 days. 3 days come, 10 days come. Sometimes the tape don't come. So now I don't even say anything. It just shows up when it shows up, and I put it in stock because I do not know. And this seems to be the case with me for everything I order overseas. All right. So yes, it is only out of stock. It will be back in stock. And as soon as I have it, it'll be in the shop. And that is also true with the magnets. I'm waiting for my magnets. Also, as soon as I get it, they'll be back in the shop. All right, darling. And the second part of your question is about mystery boxes. Yes, they did sell out like hotcakes. They always sell out like hotcakes. Now, I will tell you, I don't have a lot of them. When I sell mystery boxes, if I have sometimes 10, sometimes 40, sometimes 100, it all depends. This round, I only had 10. So they sold out like in a minute. And what mystery boxes are all about, when I make kits, I normally make 3, 4, 5 extras. And I do that just in case anybody wants it. And 9 times out of 10, I don't put it back. I don't put it in the shop for sale. I just leave them for mystery boxes because they're fun. And 2, just in case, anything happens. If something gets lost or damaged, and there's adequate damage done to it, I will on occasion replace a kit. Whatever the USPS does to my boxes, I'm not responsible for once they leave my home. But there have been times that I will replace a kit because it's just heartbreaking what they freaking do to these packages, right? I don't do it all the time. I'm not gonna say I do it all the time. We file for claims on packages like that. But anyway, I digress. I make a few extras, so they accumulate in my garage. So once I get quite a few that are taking up a shelf or two, I put them up as mystery boxes. And if they're a kit, when you buy a mystery box, you email me, you got your box, what kit you got, and I'll send you the tutorial for it. So it's a super duper huge bargain. And then the other part of mystery boxes are when I make kits, I have extras. So then it'll be a box of all sorts of random things that I made of kits throughout the years. So sometimes they're kits and sometimes they're just random kit stuff. It could be hardware, it could be an embellishment, it could be a paper pack, it could be whatever the case may be. But it's a good box with a good amount of goodies. That's what mystery boxes are all about. And I'm sorry you didn't get one, but it was about 10, 12 around there. There weren't out more than 20, I can tell you that. All right. So it wasn't a lot. And Jane just puts them up for sale and they go like that. So thank you very much for your purchases on the mystery boxes and congratulations on getting one. All right, guys, next question. The next question is from Tracy. Hi, Kathy. I'm loving the weekly catch-ups. Ooh, I love that. Weekly catch-ups instead of weekly recap. I don't know, Tracy. I may use that. And appreciate all the hard work going in at the moment to upload all of your project videos. And I just I can't emphasize this enough that all the hard work is being done by Dr. E. I'm still crafting away in my craft room. And the only way I'm still able to just craft away in my craft room is because Dr. E and Jane and everybody on the Paper Phenomenon team allows me to do that because they pick up the slack where I can't, right? So thank you so much, Dr. E. Can I ask when you plan to upload Project 365 and my favorite Picture Perfect supersized? Thank you. So Dr. E says that Project 365 she hasn't determined when that's going up yet, but Picture Perfect Supersize mid-June is on the schedule. All right, so that is from Dr. E's lips. But now that you put a bug in her ear about Project 365, I'm sure she'll round it up soon. All right, so stay tuned for that, Tracy. Project 365 is so good, and I'm glad that you love it. Amanda Smith asked, let me take my yucky cut out of the way. I love the Envelope Mini album. It was the first album I ever made when I started crafting 9 years ago. Is there any chance you would do a remix? I haven't even thought about it, darling. So I have to listen. I can't even remember what it looks like. I have to go back and watch and see what I did so I could decide to remix it. So let's put it on the front burner and see what we have on the schedule because I have a lot of things coming up. But I always love to throw in a nice freebie for YouTube at least once a year. So it may be that one. All right. So we'll put it on one of the front burners. But just know that I have like 10 front burners currently lit. All right. But thanks for your question, Amanda. I'm glad that you love the project that much you want to make it again. Next question. Scrappy Tate is asking, what is the Fascinator contest? What does it entail? How do you enter? Also, can one paper pad 10 to 12 sheets be used for the National Scrapbook Day folios? Yes, that is a great question. Yes, one paper pack, 10 to 12 pages will work beautifully for the page folios, for the National Scrapbook Day ones. Now, I will say this. Remember, these are double page spreads. So, on some cases, not always, you may need two for that very first spread. I think I did a pretty good job at using one and kind of crossing it over, right? So if you want that continuity of a double page layout, you may need two sheets of one. But you can make it work with one sheet of each. But if you're buying a paper pack, 9 times out of 10, most companies have two of each because they only have about 4 to 6 designs in a paper collection. So most companies have two, so you should be fine. But if you're using a paper phenomenon collection, I never have two. Well, I shouldn't say never. That's not true. Not true. A lot of my collections just have one design in them because you get like 20 in the collection. So just consider that when you're buying paper. But the answer is yes. A paper collection, 10 to 12, will be more than enough to finish one folio. All right. So next question. That's a great question, Scrappy Tate. Oh, Fascinator. The Fascinator contest it's going to be in the Crop at Home global event. A Fascinator is a little mini hat that you can put on your head with a headband, or you can buy one. And the contest will be whoever has the best. You can make one or you can buy one. Listen, I'm buying one, all right? I already have one. I'm not making a Fascinator. And the contest will be, we'll pick a winner. Whoever has the best Fascinator and the best decorated space will win a fabulous prize in the Crop at Home event. All right. Listen, the price of the admission price, what am I trying to say here? Just the giveaways alone are worth the admission price into the contest. That's not even counting the experience that we're going to have as a community, the project, which is phenomenal, no pun intended, and just a fun experience that we're going to have. Community is key to all sorts to happiness, period. All right. It's important to have community, whether that is virtual or in person. And the bottom line is that virtual seems to be the sign of the times, and I'll take it however I can get it. I don't have any crafty friends near me, or not even my sister's craft. So getting together with you guys, yes, this is my job. Yes, it is my business. But the bottom line is that I love it. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. So if you haven't signed up for the global event and you're thinking about it, get off that fence, guys, and go get your ticket. You're not going to regret it. All right, because the giveaways are going to be fun. And you can make a Fascinator. You don't have to enter. If you don't want to make a Fascinator, don't make the Fascinator. It is okay. All right, just your attendance is all that's required. There you go. And you're going to have a good time. Next question. Thank you for your question. All right, so Julian says, hi, Kathy. Will there be information on how to change the size of the National Scrapbook Day project to smaller folio albums? Thank you. So the answer is maybe. Well, yes, but it will not be a part of the National Scrapbook Day 2024 workshop. It'll be a separate purchase if I resize the folios. All right, so yes, it's definitely on one of my front burners. All right, great question. I'm sure you weren't the only one with that. Next question. Love to Scrap says, hi, Kathy. I've been a fan since the Build-A-Page days. That is a long, long time ago. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me throughout the years. Your talent amazes me, and I want to say thank you for sharing your creative talents with us. I thought I heard you mention that you were going to do a project featuring the Dog Lover collection. Is this something you are indeed going to do? This collection is so stinking cute. I would love to see some ideas on how to use the collection. Love to Scrap. The answer The answer is yes. I'm going to use the dog lover and the cat collection separately, but same project. All right. This is on the schedule for, let me look. I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but August. I'm not sure when in August, beginning or end or middle, but it's on the schedule for August. I'll have a brand new pet project coming out, so stay tuned for it. The great thing about the dog lover and the cat lover is that I also sell this collection in hard copies. So if you want a paper pack, it's available in my shop. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you so much. So yeah, in August, pet project coming up. So stay tuned for that. All right, my friends, next question. Brianna says, hi, Kathy. Can you talk about the weight of paper you use for paper hinges? Is it 80 pounds or lighter? That is such a good question. Yes, 80-pound paper to 60-pound paper is the best. Nothing over 80 pounds. If you use anything over 80 pounds, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. And I'm going to even stretch that out to album covers. Don't use anything over 80 pounds for wrapping, okay? It's too thick, too thick. However, I am not using paper hinges no more. I am using P3 tape. So if you can swing it, I would love for you to try a roll. I think you will be a convert. I will convert you from paper hinges over to P3 tape. All right. So you'll see that with all of my newest projects, I've been using P3 tape. All right. But listen, that's not to say that hinges are obsolete. You can always use paper hinges. Always, always, always. They worked perfectly in the past. They'll work perfectly in the future. So my recommendation for paper hinges is the sweet spot is 60 to 80 pound weight cardstock. Nothing over 80, nothing under 60. All right, that's the sweet spot, darling. I hope that helps. Thank you for the great question. Susan Shepard, can we have another SVG pack for Rolodex? Yes, maybe something with a vintage flair. I love the cupcake and the purse, cut off purse items. Maybe we could have something to go with a more vintage theme also. That's a great idea, Susan. So the answer is yes. Let me talk to Sandy Geek. Let's get some ideas together and we will come up with another Rolodex SVG file bundle. You're right. The first one is very girly. It was designed to go with the She Sparkles paper collection. So yeah, I will definitely do that. By the way, She Sparkles is also back in the shop as a hard copy if you'd like to purchase that. It's available. I have it in stock. All right, guys, next question. Oh, that was the last question. I am done. Great questions this week. Keep them coming. I love answering them. If you guys have questions, I want to answer them for you. So a few things to remember. We have the Memorial Day sale happening now and 2 big events coming up. We actually have 3 big events. We have the July crop at home, we have the August crop at home, and we have the live event in October. So tickets are available for the August and the October. Let's see. The August, the kits are sold out already. So we only have digital. And remember, the digital, you get the paper collection, the digital paper collection with it. And in October, it's live. We'll see each other. We'll be in a space crafting together. Seats are limited. So if you want to sign up for the live event, do so. It's in Pensacola, Florida. And it's going to be another fantastic time. All right, this is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. This is your weekly recap. If you have any questions for next week, be sure to post them in the community page. Dr. E probably made a post already. Let me quickly show you how to get to the community page because it's important for you guys to know that, just in case you don't. All right, so if you're here on my channel, let me go back to home. Let's see, go back. All right, so here when you go to Paper Phenomenon YouTube channel, there's home, videos, live, playlist, and then community. You click on the community and you'll see all sorts of posts that Dr. E makes, and you will find the weekly report right here. This is where you ask your questions. So there'll be a new post made that's going to say weekly report through June, I guess, 2nd or June 1st. And that's where you post your questions for the upcoming weekly recap. So my friends, my crafty friends, this is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. And until next time, let's enjoy a brand new fabulous crafty week. Happy creating, guys.